All right, I'm coming. We're here. Now, huh? What do you got to say? He's happy. It's only been 2.5 years since he had snow. I was beginning to get concerned that he was going to get snow. You know, I'm not gonna. You're just gonna sit here and eat the snow all day. Good, I could save on the food bills, huh? Now the funny part is, I bought myself a nice pair of snow gloves, and I keep them in the pocket of his jacket. And I didn't realize I must have dropped one yesterday while I was outside, and I ain't gonna find it because it's covered in snow.
We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, here we go. We got the Wings tonight. The losing streak ends right here tonight. Now, a couple of lineup things. Barkov is not in, and so Lundell will be on that top line. We called up Rasmus Asplund, a 25, 26-year-old forward who's okay-ish. I think he's got something like 4 goals and 15 assists down in Charlotte. I don't know if he's in the lineup tonight. I'm not sure exactly what the situation is. Lorenz is supposed to be on the 4th line tonight because Stemlin's at 3C and then Bennett is at 2C. So I don't know if we just called him up for him to have the experience of being up, or if there's some other player that we should be concerned about possibly missing time. Maurice, of course, had said he thought Barkov was fine and he would play tonight, which I expect after this game, Barkov will be determined to be week to week, and then probably we'll hear that he's not coming back until after the All-Star break. Other than that, our good old friend Alex Lyon, okay, there you go. No disrespect. He's going to be in tonight for the Wings. And how have we fared against our ex-goaltenders? Well, we tend to light up Sam Montembeault, right? Let's see. Who else do we have? Well, have we played Levi? No, we haven't played Levi. And I think this is obviously our first time playing Lions, so we'll see how that goes tonight. Looking for a big bounce-back game. If you listen to what the players were saying after the last two, they're never going to say it, but basically what they said is, look, we won 9 in a row. We took a couple of games off. We'll be fine. We'll be back on Wednesday. Don't worry about it. That was basically the gist of what they said. So if we lose tonight, then we can start to have conversations about concerns. What I'd rather see tonight is Lundell get a goal, Lomberg get a goal. I'd like to see the defense put itself back together again. I don't know if Mahura is still in. I haven't seen that update yet. And I don't trust what Maurice says anyway. When the guys are on the ice, those are the guys on the ice. Also, Bubba, Kermit's leg is kicking Bubba in the head here. We're going to have to make some adjustments here. Let's see. That might be better, huh, Bubba? All right, so look. Bob had a bad game, allowed 3 goals. Stolarz had a bad game, allowed 4 goals. I don't count overtime. So let's just have a big bounce back against the Wings tonight. Okay, the Wings and Leafs are right there duking it out for the 3rd and 4th spot. And it's not exactly like we have a 10-point lead on those teams either. So 2 losses in a row, that's enough. 9-1-1. Okay, that fine. Now, starting on the streak, at the very least, you have to win the rest of these home games. All right? In fact, I think we have 6 games left before the All-Star break. Panthers, you know what to do with them. All right, so there's no score after 1. Good game. Very, very, very chippy. Both teams are playing, to be honest with you, it's like watching the Panthers play the Panthers, but if we're at like 70% effort. Both teams are definitely not playing to the fullest of their capability. And they're all just kind of skating around. And then every time there's a whistle in front of the net somewhere, they want to have a fight. I have a feeling at some point we might see something go down. You know what I mean? It has been chippy. There's already been like half dozen penalties. There's been at least 3 times when it's been roughing in 2 minutes apiece. And then we just had a full power play. Didn't look great, didn't look terrible. Now, one of the most interesting things that I am having to happen here tonight is that I can't watch the game on Bally's. Game is blacked out on Bally's because we live in Maryland, and they're forcing us to watch it on TNT. TNT didn't have a crew that could get into the game because I guess they're stuck in Buffalo. And instead of having like somebody just professionally remotely call the game, which I know Goldie and Randy have done before, they just have the guys in the studio not even really watching the game, and they're just having a conversation over the game. So there's stuff going on in the game, there's penalties being called, and they ain't even paying attention, and they're just having a conversation. It is the most, what's the word? It's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing that is what a nationally televised game is being produced as. So Kyle and I are doing the best we can to call the game as much as we can, but in many instances we have to mute the TV. We really should just mute it, because they're even like, when the referee is giving the call, they're not paying attention to the game so much that they're actually just talking over the referees. It is the most amateurish hour. I'm speechless, and it sucks because I only pay $230 a month to DirecTV. You would think that I wouldn't get blacked out one way or another, but here we are. As for the game, like I said, to be honest, it kind of looks like neither one of these teams either want to be on the ice. All right, so it's 2-1 Panthers after 2. Sam Reinhart with a shorthanded goal that is unexplainable how he got the puck in the net. He sends this shot short side over Reinhart's shoulder, or excuse me, over Alex Lyon's shoulder, and I don't see where there was room. There was like no room to, I don't know where the hell he was shooting the puck. I don't know how that was just an insane shot. When you're hot, and he knows it. And, I suppose he picked that spot and shot it there, but it just, if he legitimately, sometimes these guys, they're just shooting the puck, okay? But if he legitimately said, I'm going to go short side high, and got that puck in there, it was just an incredible shot. Then Detroit comes back and they get one on a mad deflection where Bubba really had not much chance. And then Gustav Forsling comes in, takes a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it past Lyon. It's 2-1. And it looks like things have settled down a little bit in the chippiness, which is good, because now we've got the perfect Maurice masterclass going on. And that's it. Guys look good. Lundell had a nice play. It was, like I said, it was shorthanded. Lundell had a nice play to get the puck to Reinhart before he scored his goal. And it's back to business. We're back in business, all right? Timely scoring, good goaltending, good defense. Panthers, let's finish this off and get to.
We are going to overtime!
All right, this getting old. Two was okay. 3 is not okay. 3 in a row after winning 9. This is not okay. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm concerned about how this team will play effort-wise in the playoffs. I am not worried that we are going to get to the playoffs and they are going to put this effort on the ice. Now, the first half of the game, until we finally scored, it kind of looked like both teams just didn't want to be out there on the ice. It is that time of the year where you've reached the halfway point, and especially for teams that are safely in a playoff spot, you will see January and February games where those teams just tend to kind of, we're playing, we got to play again tonight? Jeez, it's not April yet. It's going to happen. So I'm not concerned about this transferring to the playoffs. I will say that I'm not going to place all of the blame on Bob. What I will say is that part of the equation for this team winning is Vezina Bob, or close to it. Now, those last 2 goals are definitely not Vezina Bob, and certainly the way we've seen him play this year, we should at least expect him to save 1 of those 2 pucks. Now, the call on Ekblad was absolute dog shit. The call on Ekblad was so bad that the guys on TNT agreed that it was a weak call. Okay? That's how bad it was. But then, where I place the blame here is Kevin Stenlin. We have to start overtime on a 4-on-3. And they're getting a couple shots, and Bob made a couple saves. And there's a moment where Stenlin's at the corner of the net, and the Wings player loses the puck, and it kind of comes towards Stenlin. And instead of being a little bit aggressive and going and getting the puck and clearing it out, he played passive. He allowed the Wings player to collect the puck again, and about 4 seconds later, it was in the back of the net. Again, the goal in overtime is one that you would like Bob to save, okay? But I'm not going to blame Bubba for not holding up his end of the equation when the defense on that play did not hold up their end of the equation either. This is a team issue. We are a very talented team. We're one of the best teams in the NHL. I still think we're the best team in the Eastern Conference. But it takes all of the pieces working together. And we won those 9 games in a row. And we looked at the standings. And for about 30 seconds, we were tied for first place. And then they've kind of just taken their foot off the gas. And this is the result to that. We're not getting blown out, right? And we got a point last game, point this game. So in perspective, when we are slumping, we still have 2 points in 3 games. It could be a lot worse, okay? Nobody seems to be in that zone of being sharp. And to be honest with you, I'm okay with that. Because I'd rather be having a little bit of more struggles now. I'd rather these guys get to continue to learn the lesson of what happens when they're not really giving 100% effort. Learn those lessons in January and February. It's not going to kick us out of the playoffs. We're going to be 2, 3, 1. We're going to be there somewhere, okay? So it sucks to lose these games at home. I think that's the most disappointing thing is you win all those games on the road, you come home, and now we're losing games at home. And that's not fun for the fans, and they're there, and they're trying as best as they can to get things going along, you know, with the Let's Go Panthers chance. And you want to win your games at home. So that's disappointing. But to be honest, when you watch this game on the ice, Detroit didn't exactly bring their A game either, okay? This looked like 2 teams that didn't want to be there. You know, they were chippy. They were kind of fighting each other a little bit in the first half of the game. Then at some point, both teams decided to stop even getting chippy. And it was just a lot of disjointed, discombobulated neutral zone play. And Alex Lyon played a good game. We didn't really make him work for it the way we would normally do, okay? This was not a 45, 50 shot night. We were not very aggressive. They were not very aggressive. It was very much like 2 teams playing for a point and then see what happens in overtime. Now Lundell played a good game. Lundell definitely played a good game. That's 2 games in a row we've lost, and we didn't have Barkov on the ice in overtime, so there might be a little bit of something there. And, you know, you combine this game with the game against New Jersey, and Bob is not at quite the same absurd level he was at. But again, I'm okay with it. And you really should be too, because we're not going to stay at that the level we were playing at. We're not going to stay there for 40 games and then hit the playoffs. Okay? You can't sustain that level of effort. What's important is we know when they play like they should, we're damn near unstoppable. That's the important thing. That's what we proved during that 9-game winning streak. And if we go 5-3-1, or if even 5-3, if we go 6-3-1 the rest of the way, it's still going to be well over 100 point season. We're going to be in second place, most likely, maybe third, maybe first if the wheels fall off in Boston. I mean, it was nice to think about first place, but whatever. Okay, this is, again, we're playing for a different purpose now. Okay, and this is about winning the cup. So it's disappointing to see how it turned out tonight. One thing I will say is right there at the end of regulation, you two lose to Ryan and maybe want to pull out the hair that I don't have. There's like 10 seconds left. He gets a breakaway, and yes, while the defenseman was kind of catching up to him and making it an almost even thing, by the time he got to where he was at the circle, it was like 6 seconds left, and instead of taking a shot, he backs off and tries to circle around and see if somebody else is coming. E2, take the shot. Take the shot. If it either is going to go in, you're going to miss, or likely maybe there's a rebound, and maybe if there is somebody coming, they can pick up the rebound behind you. That, more than anything else that happened on the ice, the fact that E2 didn't shoot that puck, I think is the thing I'm most irritated about. That and the Ekblad. I mean, the Ekblad hook was just like, Rodriguez gets taken down and they get him for embellishment. I didn't see the replay because TNT didn't show it. And then they did show the Ekblad thing, and when TNT is saying the Panthers got a bad call against them, that's how bad it was. So, but look, I'm not going to sit here and panic. We got a point last game. Got a point in this one. We're clearly not playing anything close to the best that we can. And we may look a little bit like this until the All-Star break. And it's okay. It really is. We are on, I've said this 100 times now, I'll say it again. We are on the back end of that schedule. Okay? And especially until there's about 20 games left. All right, so what do we have? It was 44 tonight. So game 44 to about game 54, 64. The next 20 games or so, the next 10, 15, 20 games, whatever that space is, you're going to see this. All right? And then as we get closer to the playoffs, they will pick it up and they will start grinding again and getting that energy level up and getting excited and motivated and all of that. You cannot keep that pace up all 82 games. And, the effort that we put on the ice tonight and the effort that we put on the ice the game that Stolarz played, the last game against the Ducks, those are 2 points if your goaltenders play at Vezina level, at elite level, or even at very good level. Okay? Neither one of those things happened, so we got a point. And for whatever reason, we just were not very aggressive tonight, because I saw multiple times. Like I said, Lusterreiner was not aggressive. Stanley in overtime was not aggressive. And so we paid for it. We absolutely paid for it. But the good thing is, apparently, the Wings have leapfrogged over Toronto. So now the Wings are in third place, and Toronto's in fourth place. I don't know why that's a good thing. Panther fans are happy about that. I'd much rather play Toronto in the playoffs than the Wings. I think the Wings would give us fits. And so it is what it is. All right. That's it. Again, I'm not going to panic. You guys are welcome to panic. You guys are welcome to panic. Okay? But I'm not going to panic. If we were playing balls to the wall, full of effort, and the defense was in disarray, giving up 5 goals, or if Bob was for Golski again, or any of those combination of things, then I would be worried. I ain't worried. This is very, very typical of teams this time of year that find themselves in a comfortable playoff position. Is what it is. Don't worry about it. Now, I'll be live tomorrow at noon for the review. And if you like to panic, I will listen. I will listen. Okay, I am here. Therapist Jaws is here to listen, to calm your nerves. I know that seems obscene and absurd because I'm the one for years that was yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming. And I wasn't wrong when I was yelling and screaming. And I'm not wrong now when I tell y'all, don't worry. We're good. We're good. We're absolutely good. Okay? In fact, if you want to look at it from the other way, the Wings are a legit playoff team, and we got a point, and we really not playing all that good at all. So that should tell you something there, too. So the review will be live tomorrow. One last thing as a aside. A couple people starting to get their books in. The link to the book is in the description. I haven't mentioned it a lot because I'm waiting to get my author's copies in so I can show you guys. But I wrote a book. It's called Lessons in Faith in Sports. A few of you have sent me screenshots of you guys getting the book, so I appreciate that. And the best news of the day is the football channel right before the stream started tonight hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all for helping me get there. And it's already monetized. There's already ads on the videos. And for those of you who have followed this channel for a number of years, and you know the personal struggles I've had with the bankruptcy and losing the business with Ambus and with COVID and all that, for those of you who know that story, the football channel getting monetized is a massive raise for me. It's I don't want to make it sound like it's millions of dollars, but considering how much money I make on this channel, the football channel, just in ad revenue, because views are so high, I'll actually make more money on that football channel than I'm making on this channel now. So that's a big raise, and I got to thank you all because, you know, I think a big reason why that channel is doing so well is because so many of you just went from watching videos on this channel, you started watching videos on the football channel, and the algorithm said, hey, this guy's getting a lot of views for a brand new channel, so I'm in the algorithm now, and that's really, really good news for this channel, because if I'm making good money on the football channel, then you guys don't ever have to worry about me coming on and saying, I gotta eat, I can't afford my bills, and I can't do this channel. Does that make any sense? So it's good news all the way around. All right. I'll see you guys noon tomorrow. In the immortal words of Aaron Rodgers, relax.